WHPR TV is now on demand. Catch us when you want, how you want, where you want. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Watch your favorite TV shows on demand. And be sure to download the WHPR app. We're now on demand at your demand. WHPR TV Detroit on demand.com.
Discover the truth.
Original, we the first to do it, and all these other nations are just our children. Even the pale skin was made in our image. Read the book of Ruth and check out your lineage. It's the melanin that gives us a dark complexion. That's a gene, no color separation. The Willie Lynch let it work to perfection. 2000 something and y'all still guessing. Don't know your nationality or your family tree, cause you refuse to listen to the prophet you are lead. So I put it in a rap to a mad production, so while your head bobbing you can start to learning something. Of great importance, there's so much to learn. Rewind and track and soak it in.
I just want y'all to know that this is the Think Tank Show and Henry Tyler is a bully. I just needed to put that
out. He's a wonderful man.
She say Terry say he's a wonderful man. He was just sitting up there. Salutations, people. Welcome
it's nice
to the Think Tank Show. This is Brother A. Sutton Bay. I'm your host. You know, you tuned in to the best right here at TV 33 WHPR. I mean, with all the things that's going on in the news and going on in the world, I mean, it's imperative that we try to keep some type of humor going on, you got to put a smile on, because we're living in some critical times right now. And it seems as though that after all of the things that's going on in this world, that family would be extremely important to people, especially people that have family.
That's right.
And for a man to take the life of his children, whether they be his biological, a child, period. Take a human being's life in general. Prophet Noble Drew Ali teaches us, who are members of the Moore Science Temple of America, that if you crush beneath your feet the meaningless little worm, you shake the throne of Allah. Love is the only savior of the world. Prophet Noble Drew Ali tells us that we shouldn't even carry in our pocket a little pocket knife. And he was telling us this in the early 1900s. But the point that I'm trying to get to is our hearts go out to the family in Dearborn Heights. This senseless murder of 2 babies and 2 teenagers, and to make your wife watch you kill her own children is beyond mind-boggling. I don't understand it. I don't think no one understands that. That is of a sound mind. And thankfully that you don't. I don't even have the words to describe the sadness behind that story, behind this reality, that someone had the nerve to kill 4 children and make his wife watch him kill the children. We don't take for granted any day on this earth. None of us. We shouldn't. But at the same time, I think the most precious thing on this earth, the 3 things that I think is the most precious, and I had to learn this through life, is women, children, and the elderly. That's just where I stand. And I know for a fact that a person who go to prison for murdering women, murdering children, a heinous crime like that is not going to have an easy way to go at all. And rightfully so. Just some crimes is just should be, it is the code that you just don't do anything to children. You don't do anything to elderly people. You don't do anything to pregnant women. It's just human nature. It seems as though that your sympathy and empathy for life within itself should kick in. But we living in this hyper violent world, hypersexual active world, and everything is just around sex, violence, and drugs, and it seems as though that it has numbed us to the point to whereas we don't even give value to our children's life. I'm not even gonna stay on that topic because, like I said, I can't even put words together to even try to rationalize with this madness. But our prayers go out to that family. I understand that when we are constantly being murdered with our hands in the air, and we're constantly being murdered because we have a wallet in our hand or a book in our hand or a pop can or a bag of Skittles in our hand, and Asiatics is constantly being murdered, young men is being murdered, and the excuse is that I thought he had a gun. It's the excuse for killing us. It's like, when does it end? And I understand the frustration because I'm tired of looking at it myself. But in this age today, the blessing is the age of technology, where everybody has a telephone that has a camera, has the capability of recording, etc. So this thing is being brought to the forefront now. It's being brought to the light because it's hard to just get away with an officer doing anything to anybody nowadays, because everybody is rolling, especially when they see a Caucasian or European American officer, pale-skinned European American officer pulling over a brother on the side of the road. It seems as though you automatically just get your telephone to rolling, your camera to rolling, because you have this feeling in your heart that something unjust is getting ready to take place. So it's brought to the forefront now. More people are starting to understand and see what we have been talking about since the days of stress. And we had a stress program in every city and throughout the United States of America for years. So this is not new to us. But what do we do? How do we fix it? How do we deal with this? And we can't answer, or we can't solve the problem with violence. Violence doesn't do anything but beget violence. Hate begets hate. And when you allow for your fury, your anger, to boil over to the point to you're ready to burn down your own house, your own stores, your own community that you have to live in, that you have to patronize. You may say that we don't own it. No one operated that looks like us. But those stores you patronize, those stores are convenient for you at this particular hour. That's why they used to call them convenience stores. And when you burn them down, you no longer have that convenience at your disposal. And then your community looks like an eyesore. It's bad enough as it is that our communities, most of our communities throughout this country, look almost identical throughout the urban community, the so-called ghetto. The blocks and blocks is burnt down and houses is abandoned, etc., etc. So we have a commonality within this depressed community or urban community throughout the United States of America. However, more so here in the city of Detroit and Highland Park. And we definitely on the rebound. We definitely coming back. But the point is that we have to utilize intellect. If we don't utilize intellect over we must allow our intellect to take hold. Prophet Noble Drew Ali teaches us that we must tame her, for she's rash, she's irregular, she's outrageous. And we're talking about the actions of your soul, that fury, that anger, and when she gets outrageous, you have to be intellectually or spiritually intellectual to the level to you know how to allow that right foot to be on the neck of that lower self, that hatred, that slander, that lewdness, the murder, the theft, and everything that harms. And it's not easy when you're constantly fed evil, hatred, slander, lewdness, murder, theft, and everything that harms in your music, on TV. That's all you see. That's all you're being programmed with. So to talk about love and love being the only savior of the world, and we need to be a nonviolent movement, etc., etc., I understand that it's a little bit difficult for our generation to understand the importance of that particular strategy and tactic. Intelligence is the only thing that's going to win. No bullets, no bombs, none of that. It's no swords. None of that is going to win from a human perspective, because love is the only savior of the world. We must learn how to love instead of hate. But we must have enough love in our heart for ourselves to want to stop killing ourselves as much as we want other people to stop killing us. We have to take that same anger and frustration that we have when these police officers kill us unjustifiably. We must take that same anger and frustration and get into the community when Pookie and JoJo or Shaniqua shoot, Momo or something. We have to be active on both ends. We can't look like hypocrites. I don't have the solution as a man, other than I can say that I have inherited the teachings that has the solution within it. I don't have the answer as far as the tactic. I don't have the answer as far as when and where we need to make this happen. But I can say this, that the teachings of the Moorish Science Temple of America is what took me from being this angry, demonic, lower self, evil human being that was walking this planet, and to put some love, justice, mercy, and right in my life. And it's through the teachings of the Moorish Science Temple of America that I was able to understand that we must change our thinking first. If you want to just act and react, that's based on your thinking. You don't know how to really sit down and weigh things out and take a strategic route in order to get the agenda that you're trying to get across and be effective. So we tend to be like children, or that throw temper tantrums and just get to throwing things and doing the proverbial swirl in the middle of the floor, kicking our feet. And that's because they don't have any other way to express themselves and they want to be heard. So I get it. I get it. Riots are the actions of the voice that's not being heard. I understand that. But I believe, this is just me, I believe that economically we can change our condition tomorrow. And when I say that is, I'm saying this. If you want the actions of the police officers to change, or the mentality or the training, because I believe that it starts in the academy. I believe that that's where the training and the paradigm that is out there, that we are aggressive, we all carry guns, and we all high on some type of drug like heroin, cocaine, and PCP. I think that is being taught in the academy. I could be wrong. If someone can prove me wrong, feel free to call in and we can talk about it. But don't call in shouting and fussing at me. Call in with the intentions of coming up with some type of solution, because we have to search. We have to find. We must dig beneath these rocky soils of this hatred, slander, lewdness, and murder, theft, and everything that harm, and find that there are jewels abide. And it's called love, truth, peace, and freedom. And by all means, these principles are violated. Justice is one of the principles that then must take its course. But it seems as though that within the judicial system in the United States of America, that there's no justice for us as Asiatics. I don't care if you call yourself a Moor. I don't care if you call yourself sovereign. I don't care if you say that you a sheik or you're a mufti, you're a divine minister. You in the same boat in any Asiatic here in the United States of America when it comes down to this skin complexion. We come from the same struggle. We come from the same walk of life. We live in the same community, in the same hood. I ate at your mama's table and your grandmama's table, and you vice versa. So just because I wear this universal crown of wisdom on my head and my tassel swings 360 degrees freely, doesn't mean that I think that I'm better than you, because I'm not. And I empathize and I sympathize with the black struggle and the Black Lives Matter movement. You my brothers and my sisters, and I want to do any and everything that I can to help you accomplish what it is that you're trying to accomplish. And I'm hoping that what it is that you're trying to accomplish is love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And trust me, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice is some of the most highest principles known to man. And when we implement them in the totalities of the judicial system and the police force and the neighborhood watch and your household, etc., etc., this will be the most wonderfulest country ever. Heaven on earth. Hereafter. Hereafter, the hatred, the slander, the lewdness, the murder, the theft, and everything that harms the lower self. Because that's what the lower self breeds. But I know that we're frustrated. I know that we're angry. I know. I feel it. I know it. I'm a part of this whole culture. I get it. But we have to get on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and we must encourage our brothers and sisters in North Carolina and Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Ferguson and Detroit and wherever else an Asiatic was murdered by an unarmed Asiatic male, or what you call yourself African American or Black American male was murdered. We must step out on the front line as Moors, and we must make ourselves seen, visible, accessible to our people. We must bring the message to the people. We must let them hear it. We need to get out there in them streets, and we need to hug those brothers and sisters. We need to show them love and let them know that we want to be just as much a part of making you a better citizen as anybody else. We don't have to walk around here with our pants down past our buttocks. We don't have to walk around here speaking a language or a broken English that has no bite to it. You know, slang all day, every day. We must be versatile in our language. We must be, I speak slang too. When I'm in the hood and I'm around my homeboys and we doing what we do, you know, I talk a certain way when I'm around them, but I also understand that when I'm talking to authority figures that I have to use another type of language as well, because the key is in the language. You have to be able to speak the language in order to utilize the key, because there is the language, the key. Words create, save, and destroy. Words can do that, because words is a manifestation, a vibration, a manifestation. It is a vibration that manifests through your lips, that goes into the frequencies, to the airwaves, that can muster up a particular environment, a ether, or a vibration that can be good or bad. It can be good energy or bad energy based on what a person say. So we have to put good words out there in the community. Let's not put hate out there. Let's not encourage brothers when you hear about somebody being frustrated and killing a police officer, saying, yeah, that's about time. Don't do that. Don't put that spirit out there, because it will grow. Words are things. Thoughts are things. Words come from thoughts. They're things. And when you say things, they take on a spirit of its own. And we can't win by people running around killing police. You cannot win. Hate doesn't do anything but beget hate. We must use intellect and allow love to be our cornerstone to the decisions that we make in order to fight this battle, this war that we in. And this war that we in is spiritual. We in the battle. We have the Moorish Science Temple of America. I give honors to Brother Jones Bay. I heard a beautiful speech Brother Jones Bay spoke on at the convention in Chicago that was playing on Facebook, and he was talking about having a deeper appreciation for womanhood. That's where it starts. If you want to see the level of a nation of people and where they at intellectually, look at the women. How the women view themselves, how the women treat themselves, but more so, how the men treat the women. How the women are being treated by the men and protected by the men. We got to start with the family. That's the point. It all starts at home. We can't go out and help nobody until we help ourselves. So I can't go out in the community and help nobody in the community until if my house is alright. I can't do it. I got to focus on my I can go on and on. I'm not here by myself. I apologize, Sister Terry, and I know that I'm rambling, I'm ranting, and I'm raving right now because I'm upset as well.
Absolutely.
And I know you upset, and I understand that you are not at the level to whereas you're being upset. And our being upset is not to the degree that it's a shock value to them killing our people. Because the sad part about it has become a part of the norm. And I think in that dangerous idea that this has become a part of the norm, that this is the reason why our people is not getting any justice. Even though I commend them for charging this police officer with manslaughter for killing his brother, this European woman. But I'm like most brothers and sisters in the community. I don't believe anything's going to happen to her. I think she's going to be out on bond. I think she's going to be able to enjoy her life, and she's going to get an acquittal. I don't know. I could be wrong. You know, I was pessimistic about the election of the presidency of Barack Obama. I was like most brothers and sisters, it'll never happen. They'll kill him first, you know. So I can't say what's going to happen. I don't know, because at the end of the day, no matter what you call her or he, God is the causeless cause and the rootless root. Allah is the causeless cause, the rootless root from which all things grow. And if he deems for something to happen, it's going to happen. But we must be smart enough. We must utilize our wisdom in order to figure out what is the cause of this. What is the meaning of this? What is the purpose of this lesson that we're going through? You know, a lot of the things that we learn in life, it hurt us, you know, but there are reasons behind it. I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on what's going on?
It's natural, of course, to have an emotional response to these things when they happen, whether it's the first time it happens or the 75th time it happens. But there's the feeling of helplessness, which is the problem, like the idea that we're just kind of sitting and watching what happens. We don't consider ourselves to be in control of our own destiny or in control of what happens to us as a people. The things that happen to us clearly don't happen to other ethnic groups, and there are reasons for that. So what we need to look at is, why is it that there are limited repercussions when if you kill a black person, whether it's quote unquote black on black crime or police terrorism.
Gotcha.
You don't go to jail. You know, that's pretty much understood. You go home and go to sleep no matter what. It could be your cousin or anybody. You know, you go home and you go to sleep. That's kind of the general feeling about that. So we have to look at why is it okay? So the only repercussion that we've seen is that we're going to go out and tear up our own neighborhoods. we're going to protest, which is going to bring attention to what's going on, national attention, local attention. But then from there, we have to start looking at the viability of these different plans that have been presented. Namely, the viability of using economic boycotts.
That's
And,
key. That's
you know.
key. I think that's our big punch.
So where we see results, when we do see results, is when protesting is directly related to jeopardizing somebody's business. So if a shooting happens at a gas station, we know how to shut down a gas station. We'll do that quickly. Bookie's Bar and Grill. Did you hear about that situation? There's a grill. There's a grill in the Midtown area, Bookie's Bar and Grill, which the co-owner of the grill, of the bar and grill, had some comments about what happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And basically he was saying, because obviously he has no understanding of the history of Tulsa, he has no understanding of what actually happened. He's just running off at the mouth on Facebook, running off at the mouth. And he's saying, oh, here goes another black man who wasn't following directions, and now we're supposed to, feel sorry for you because you got killed, basically. That's what he's saying. So people had a problem with that. There was an article in Metro Times. There were some articles in the Detroit News and other places. And people responded, and they said, oh, well, we're going to boycott this business. He's gone. There was nobody called a lawyer or, said, oh, this guy needs to be, brought to justice for libel or whatever he was doing. It was about money.
Yeah.
It's about that bottom line. Oh, you got to go. We're not cool anymore.
You have a politician out there. I can't think of his name, and I caught this in passing when I was running out the house to go take care of some business this morning. You have a politician who is apologizing for his comment, and his comment was, black people was just mad because white people was successful.
Right, because they don't understand, and they don't have to understand.
I was like, what?
They don't have to know anything about history. They don't have to understand anything. They're just watching it like it's a TV show, eating popcorn.
But
like
what is he
everybody else.
saying? Is he saying that we're upset because they're successful at their plan of killing us?
He doesn't know anything.
What
about
is he
that.
saying? What is he saying out of his mouth that he really was trying to say? All that makes
He's
me
not
wonder.
speaking from the perspective of somebody who's really trying to really understand the situation from a historical perspective. He's just running his mouth.
Just running his mouth.
It doesn't matter what he's saying. What matters is how do we feel about it and what can we do about it.
Yeah, or is he, like, I'm the type of person I'm thinking, like, is he saying that, we're upset, our people was upset because they successful in this war that we fighting? That they got more up on us as far as the murders and the carnage? I don't know. What is he saying successful in? What?
Yeah,
Because you
what
have
they
way
believe is
more
that if
Caucasians.
people are oppressed,
But you got way more Caucasians in poverty on welfare and getting food stamps than Asiatics, hands down. So I don't understand.
Well, they don't look at that as oppression at all, and they don't know that. They have no idea. That's what I'm saying. This is not a person who's really trying to understand what's going on in the world.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Outside of his whatever he has going on the internet, probably.
Yeah, but
The guy at Bookies, by the way, the former manager, his name was Mark Jarrett. So he's been relieved of his position.
yeah, well, I believe I don't want to hear what none of the politicians got to say at this particular juncture. This been going on, the same spirit has been out here, it's been going on before they was running for election. They wasn't talking about it then, and they just saying what they need to say to get in office. They being manipulative with their words, both parties, Clinton and Trump. I'm not taking no sides on this. Because where were you when this stuff was going on 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago? Where was you at, First Lady, when it was happening, when your husband was locking all these Asiatics up here in America? Where was you at on that? Where was you at when the police brutality was high then? So as the First Lady, she had a platform almost, some arguably would say, just as important
Harmful.
or has a punch as the presidency of the United States of America.
Oh yeah.
through influence.
Definitely. Oh yes.
You
She
know, that
definitely-
voice, that
she's definitely
platform.
had power for a long
So,
time.
you know, she had an opportunity to address these issues when she was in the White House for 8 years. You know, and the same thing was going on then. So I don't buy anything that the politicians have to say when it come down to what's going on. They just going with the flow, and they're gonna say what they need to say
Yeah.
that's politically correct in order to get the vote.
Yeah, so
Who
there
I want
has
to
to
step
be-
out there is Obama.
Right.
That's the one I'm disappointed in.
But there has to be an advantage in looking out for a particular group,
Yeah.
and so far there really isn't.
And I'm not saying that Obama isn't saying anything and he hasn't said anything. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying the same thing Farrakhan said. I'm in the hood every day. Every day I'm in the hood. Farrakhan say he's in Chicago in the neighborhoods every day, the same neighborhood that Obama came up in his political career. And the first thing the brothers and the sisters want to know in Chicago, Illinois is why Obama can't come back and pay us a visit. Why he can go
I don't know,
play
visit or
golf,
not,
but he
but
can't
just-
come to the hood just to talk to us, to see us. Why he's not doing anything in the hood? Where is the trickle down effect? Why is it bad for someone that looks like us to have the interests of our people when they get into a particular position of power like he is?
What is
Why
the
is that a bad
advantage
thing?
of what is the advantage though of him stopping by and saying hello? The advantage to him or the advantage to
Well, not so much as, you know, stopping back saying hello, but they were saying bare minimum. He could at least, I mean, we don't see him. You know, but when he needed us, he was here every day or every month. He was, you know, beating the pavement. But now that I mean, Chicago
Right.
is still
That's
at the top.
politics. That's politics. But
With
what about
murders.
policy change?
Yeah.
They should be
Policy change
concerned
is
about
not
that.
it's not hard. It's not easy for Obama. But at the same token, when you have Caucasian leaders who go into the community, they're receiving plaques and awards and pat on the back from their constituents and their comrades. You know, that's what they receive. But then when a brother step up and he's in a position to do something, they want to say that he's being biased. But when they want to utilize us as some type of token or some type of platform or when they want to use us, they get out there and they do something, worthy in the community, and they get these accolades for it, and they get another term in office or whatever, when they get an award or reward for it. Obama can do the same. And I'm not coming down on Obama. I'm not, because I know he got I ain't walked not even a block in his shoes. I don't know what that man is going through. I don't, I know he got to be going through something, because he turned white overnight up top. So I understand that it's not an easy job, and I know that it's not, you can't please everybody, but at the same token, I don't think that it's anything wrong for our politicians to give special interest to a special time and area and destination when it's needed. If you can do it for Israel, why you can't do it for Detroit? Why you can't do it for Chicago? Why you can't do it from Philadelphia? Why you can't do, if you can do it, for Iraq. You can
I
do
think
it for,
we know why it's done for
Exactly.
Israel.
And this ain't anti-Semitic. How can you call me anti-Semitic when I'm the original people of the Semitic people? I'm the original Semitic people.
I'm pretty sure
So
they
you
don't know
can't
what they
call
mean
me
when they say that.
anti-Semitic.
People who use that term don't really know what they're saying.
Right.
When they refer to somebody as anti-Semitic, they don't know what they're talking about.
Especially when they talking about somebody that look like us.
Do you mean anti-German?
Right.
Anti-Ashkenazi,
Right.
European
Right.
Jew from the Caucasus Mountains?
Exactly.
What are we talking about
I
here?
mean, that's where they came from.
Let's,
But I guess that's that's Jew bashing or Jew hate or something.
Jewish?
Get out of my
Maybe?
face.
I'm
But
not-
we
I'm
do
not sure what
we
that
do
is.
have the Moorish thought today, so don't think that we don't have that going on. It's
Yes.
just I'm bothered. I don't have the answers. I don't claim to have. Some would say, arguably, I do have the answers, and it's in the teachings of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Preferably, everything the Prophet Noble Drew Ali brought is the answer. So some would say that I do have the answer, and they would be right. But you know what I'm saying. I don't know what to say. It's just I may have the book on algebra and etc., and it teaches you everything on how to solve the problem, and I got the book, but that don't mean I know how to work the problem.
You know how to find the answers,
Right.
so.
We got a caller. Just a minute,
Oh.
Sister Cook, babe. We got a.
No,
We
they
lost the
hung up.
caller. The caller was. Well, if call back, caller. I know you was waiting for a minute. You know, this is the Think Tank show, and I'm Sutton Bay, and I'm long-winded. I will go, so I apologize for having y'all on hold. But we do have the Moore Star coming out. His sister Cook Bay has been patient over there, and she hasn't said anything. But we got a caller. We're gonna take this call. Caller, you on the air with the Think Tank show. Say your name and what city you calling from.
I'm calling from Pontiac, Michigan. Islam, brother
Islam,
man.
Sister Salome Bay.
It sure is.
Islam, mama. Islam,
Yes,
mother dear.
I'm asking about Sister Maxim
What
Cook Bay.
what would you like to know, Sister Salome Bay? What you asking about? Is she all right? Did she make it? What?
What did she read the about the Morris Temple of America?
She better read it when her segment come on.
Oh, is her segment on yet?
No, but it's coming. She better read it. You gave her something to read?
Yes, I did.
She better read it then, because I ain't going to be held accountable for it.
Okay, so
That's a good
I'm
segue.
waiting to hear it.
You waiting to hear it? So what you trying to tell me?
sure is.
You trying to tell me to shut up?
And two,
You trying to tell me to shut up?
no, I'm not saying that, but Obama is a good man.
I didn't say he wasn't the bad. I didn't say he wasn't a good man.
I know that. You didn't say that. I understand that. But he's done more for us and this a nation than any other president as far as health care. You know, everybody need health care.
Praise Allah.
You know, I was raised a certain type of way when it come down to my elders, so I'm not gonna. Yes, ma'am.
You know, and see, am I on the air?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Yeah, and
I know
he
you.
has done a lot for this nation. Do you realize all the opposition that he's been getting all the while he's been in?
Sure did. I spoke on that.
Yeah, so you gotta be a strong man, hey, to stand up against all those people that walks out of the just walk out on them.
Yeah, I spoke on that. I said that it can't
through.
be easy. It can't be easy in his position. I don't know. I haven't even walked the block in his shoes. I haven't even put his shoes on. I can't even begin to fathom the pressure. I don't know what he has to go through. I know it has to be extreme. But at the same token, we want answers. We want a solution. We want calm. We want peace, and we want love in our community amongst our people. And we're asking for help, and we just throwing it out there, Sister Salome Bay, and we appreciate
love
you calling.
It's time, brother man.
Huh?
Peace. Love and peace.
Love and peace.
I know she just told me to shut up. I know she did. I know she told me to shut up. Well, with that, I'm going to shut up and kick it on over to Sister Maxim Cook Bay. I know she told me to shut up.
Islam, Moorish Americans. Allah the Father, universe, the Father, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation by night and by day through his holy prophet, Jurali. Amen. It is indeed a pleasure to be here this evening. Islam. I had a beautiful visit in Chicago. I did the convention. It was a beautiful measure, all on the high science. I'm going to give praise to Allah, give honors to the holy and divine prophet. I give honors to all the divine prophets, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, and Confucius, etc. I give honors to Brother Marcus Garvey, who did warn and stir up the people for the coming of the prophet, as John the Baptist did for Jesus. I give honors to all the past Supreme Grand Advisors and moderators, Brother C. Kerman Bay, Sultan, Colonel, Brother F. Nelson Bay, Brother J. Blakely Bay, Brother R. Love Ill, former Grand Sheik moderator and the present Grand Sheik moderator, Brother R. Jones Bay, and all the official staff of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Yes. Right now, also want to give honors to my parents, grandparents, Brother G. Cook Bay, Brother I. Cook Bay, Sister M. Cook Bay, who walked and talked with the holy and divine prophet and was his friend all the way to the end. Honors to the Moorish oils, teas, and compounds, all Moorish literature. I shall be reading. I have a pamphlet. The Moorish Divine National Movement versus the Sovereign Citizen Tax Protest Movement by Brother A. Hopkins Bay, Divine Minister. And you just heard my assistant, my mother, my confidant, must live out her legacy, my parents' legacy, my Prophet Noble Jurali, Allah. I am instructed to read this, as you heard. The Moorish Science Temple of America was founded by Prophet Noble Jurali in 1913 AD. The Moorish Science Temple of America was founded for the express purpose of uplifting fallen humanity. And that is what we're all supposed to be doing as Moorish Americans, teaching our brothers and sisters to be themselves. So that is how you uplift fallen humanity. The Moorish Science Temple of America functions as a government within a government, and Act 1 of the Divine Constitution and Bylaws outline its administrative roles. Due to the ambiguous nature of the Moorish Science Temple of America, it is also a movement. So a movement means you need to keep it moving, keep going, don't stop, non-stop. Make something happen. Do not be stagnant. We can do it. Make it happen. A movement is characterized by the fact its organizational personality generates momentum, feeds passion, attracting and uniting people with like passions. Like we're doing here today, love and unity in our communities were one of the events that we were moving forward on. Usually there is a quick change in a relatively short amount of time. People start doing similar things because of their shared values. There is a change in public perception, law, even change in culture, etc. Like all the things we go into, we're working on these changes. We need to make these changes happen ourselves as a community by uniting with each other. These aforementioned characteristics personified the state of the Moorish Science Temple of America during the contemporary of Prophet Noble Jurali. The Moorish Science Temple of America by 1916 began to assume the role of a movement, divine and national, due to its qualities and nature. So this is divine and national. That means we're part of this nation. We're a nation within a nation. A movement is not merely a perpetuated crowd. A movement possesses organizational and motivational mechanisms, and hence the organization and motivation mechanisms of the Moorish Divine National Movement is the Moorish Science Temple of America. When one thoroughly pursues the doctrines of the Moorish Science Temple of America, one would notice the Holy Prophet speaking of the Moorish Divine National Movement. Synonymously with the Moorish Science Temple of America, Prophet Noble Jurali ambiguously stated, if you have race pride and love your race, join the Moorish Science Temple of America and become part of the divine movement. Therefore, if one has joined the Moorish Science Temple of America, one has undoubtedly become part of the divine movement, the Holy Prophet also stated. Now, to be a part of the Moorish Science Temple of America and be a part of the divine movement, you do have to attend and accept and proclaim your nationality. There is but one issue for them: to be recognized by this government and of the earth, and it comes only through the connection of the Moorish Divine National Movement, which is incorporated in this government. There is no such corporation founded by Prophet Noble Jurali by the name of the Moorish Divine National Movement, the religious corporation that exists is the Moorish Science Temple of America. During the Prophet's contemporary, there was much confusion as to what the movement was dedicated to. Prophet Noble Drew Ali himself declared, "I have suffered much and severely in the past through misunderstanding of what the movement was dedicated to." Now we all, as true Moors and faithful members of the Moorish Science Temple of America, we suffer. Don't think we're not suffering, because we are the strong brothers and sisters. We are the strong men and women that will not give up on our lovely Prophet Noble Drew Ali. We will stand for the truth. You heard the song that came on, Discover the Truth. So discover the truth, Moorish Americans. The present day circumstances are analogous to the conditions of the Holy Prophet's time. At present, there is profound misunderstanding as to what Moorish Divine National Movement is dedicated to. This dissertation is a clarification of the movement's mission. It is a treatise of what the Moorish Divine National Movement is, as opposed to what it is not. Now, as a divine minister and a sheikhs, for being as founded on the spirit plane as a Maxim Cook Bey, you have to be ready at all times. You have more to say, be ready. So be ready. You're going to have all kind of situations that come forth, and you have to make sure you are ready to be upright, independent, and fearless. Because sometimes we have people that are not strong enough. Like the brothers and sisters are always saying, we have to be stand strong. Stand strong, soldier. That's what you need to be ready to be part of the divine movement. When you're representing and imitating Prophet Noble Drew Ali, there is no weakness. At Temple 13, I have built a garden. So we do have fresh produce. This is all organic. I didn't use any insecticides to harm any other living things around the plants. I love fried green tomatoes. You know how to make fried green tomatoes? My phone number is 248-759-9834. And all these came out of Temple number 13's garden that we build. We do industrious acts at Temple number 13. We set the example. There's nothing wrong with being a positive role model. We sell the oils, teas, and compound. This makes you very, very fertile. This is the Moorish bodybuilder and blood purifier for men, women, and children. Beneficial for rheumatism, lung trouble, run down constitution.
Just by caller.
Indigestion and loss of manhood. And it got instructions on how you use it. The compound, I use the compound myself to wash my face. If acne tries to destroy my beautiful Moorish looks, I use it to brush my teeth to make them whiter.
I was wondering why your teeth look like that.
You know, on the high science, the Prophet brought us all the ailments to save us and protect us. And this is the Moorish mineral oil. We're selling all these products at Temple number 13. Moorish mineral and healing oil, beneficial for rheumatism, neuralgia, headache, toothache.
Maxim, you got a call over here. You want to take it?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I want to get to the good part.
It might be a customer. Oh, they done hung up now.
Indigestion, sore and tired feet and stiff joints for loss of manhood. Apply to the spine and lower parts of the stomach twice daily. See, now I use this for stomach aches, headache, toothache. Got a toothache, put a little bit, rub it like Ambisol. We're still selling these CDs for Brother Kendrick's ill. We're promoting all Moorish products at Temple number 13. We're very industrious. That's what we're all supposed to be doing, representing and imitating Prophet Noble Drew Ali to the fullest.
Moors are active, not passive.
We also have Moorish literature for sale. We have the questionnaire. The great meeting is on. Quran questions for Moorish Americans. Now you have to be proficient and know all these questions and laws to be part of the divine movement. and be able to read your Holy Quran and explain every chapter you read, as I do. I had to learn this. My parents and grandparents made sure I was able to recite my nationality and identification card and things that can help uplift the Moorish Science Temple of America and the people
10 minutes.
and the community. We are the guiders of the nation. So we need to unite on every front, no matter where we come from.
Unity.
Love and unity in our communities. And we will be having another event here in Highland Park.
Hold on. Don't. Wait a minute. Don't pull it, Coke. Don't tell them yet. Don't bring it out yet, sister. Don't. Just hold on to that. You getting ready to shoot. She getting ready to unveil it. Yeah, I gotta give honors to Brother Wayel. I was talking to him the other day, and we was talking about some things, and I said to myself, I said, it sure feel good to be able to share this experience of the Think Tank show with my sisters and brothers, the leadership of Brother R. Jones Bay and other grand bodies or other leaderships right here, and we utilize this platform to show that it don't matter what particular jurisdiction or grand body or what leadership you follow within the realm of the Moorish Science Temple of America, that we need to all find a way to come together and show unity, because we are, like they say, I'm my brother's keeper. And I understand that it's a misconception of what the Moorish National and Divine Movement is about. And a lot of people think that the Moorish Science Temple of America and the Moorish National and Divine Movement is two different things. That is what the Moorish National and Divine Movement is. It is the Moorish Science Temple of America. And the Moorish Science Temple of America has definitely been misrepresented with this idea that you can buy your nationality and put together some paperwork, etc., and be sovereign and break the law instead of be law abiders.
Your
Read what Prophet Noble
nationality
Drew
and
Ali
birthrights
brought.
is
Prophet
free.
Noble Drew Ali said that he brought this to make us better citizens, not to break the law. We got a caller. We're going to take this
Right.
call.
Your nationality and your birthrights are free.
Caller, you on the air?
They belong
With
to
the Think
you.
Tank show. Say your name and what city you calling from.
My name is Shaheed. I'm calling from Detroit, Michigan on the east side.
You got 60 seconds, brother. Please make it quick.
Okay, good. To the beautiful queens, Allah salam alaikum, peace, Islam.
Wa alaikum salam,
to the
brother.
king, power, always rule. And all I got to say is freedom or death. This is protected by the red, the black, and the green with the key. So we going to open the door, live and in color, solid to my brothers and sisters. And they got to quit killing us. Peace.
We are for peace, not destruction. We are to teach love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice.
That brother say freedom or death. He said this is from the red, the black. He went straight exclaim. I thought he forgot to put sissy. You can't put that scene in there and you don't finish out with sissy. That's a part of it, brother. Y'all don't, they mad at me now. Listen, man, this is Sutton Bay. I'm not nobody else but me. I don't know how to be nobody else but me. But it was funny to me. I know y'all out there laughing. But anyway, we got another call. We're gonna take it. Caller, you on the air? I done hung up on him. I done hung up on you. Call back. But that's a beautiful thing when you really understand that the Moorish Science Temple of America is not one of the. Caller, you there?
Yeah. Hey, I did it so you can do it. Right on. That's what I wanted you to do. I wanted you to do it.
Praise Allah.
You end it. You put the period on it.
Okay.
That's how we do this. That's how we unify, connect, because you got it already. That's how we move and groove, we show and improve, and we stay live in solid color, red, black, and green. And they're going to quit killing us. And then, yeah, peace, love to the queens and the kings.
All right, brother.
Peace.
Love and
He
peace.
said it's already been punctuated.
My brother couldn't help himself but to call back. But yeah, I appreciate y'all hanging out with us tonight here on the Think Tank Show. And it's important that y'all understand. We're going to be down in 90s Knowledge Cafe from 7 to 9. And if you want to get any of the products the sister Maxim Cook Bay was talking about, she's going to be down there in a short while. She's going to be going to open up a meeting period in Pontiac, Michigan as well. But because she's the Grand Sheikah of Temple 13. But we do take time out to unify as Moors here in the state of Michigan. And one of the places that we do this is 90s Knowledge Cafe, which is located at 12511 Woodward Avenue. And we're going to be there, as well as we're going to try to stop over to where we going?
It's going to be the ribbon cutting, the official opening of the Homework House in Avalon Village, also known as Jacoby Robb Park. So there's going to be a kickoff for a whole weekend of activities. So there's going to be a celebration. There are going to be free concerts and performances, a bonfire later on tonight.
Right.
Cultural performances, drumming, dancing, stilt walking at 6 is the official ribbon cutting. And then on Saturday, there will be a back-to-school day where she'll be distributing school supplies, and this is Shemaim Shu of Highland Park. And also on Sunday, there's going to be movie in the park with popcorn, hot dogs. I don't know if it's real hot dogs, but anyway. And for more information, you can go to avalonvillage.org.
So
but
we
we'll
all
be
gonna
heading over there.
We're gonna be all in the same area because Nandi's Knowledge Cafe is just a couple blocks south of Avalon Street. Avalon Village is on Avalon Street. It's just west of Woodward, right off the corner of Woodward. You can't miss it. It's decked out, looking beautiful. I rode down there today, the white chairs and the the tents.
And in case you don't know what the Homework House is, she's gonna provide after school and before school care, education. There's gonna be breakfast, healthy vegetarian breakfast, meditation, things like that in the morning. So she's trying to get the children right before and after school.
Right. Well, I just want to just give a shout out to my wife, Sonia, and the members of Muhammad Mosque #1 in Detroit, and to say that the sisters is gonna be down at the head wrap. It's the
expo.
The expo, the head wrap expo.
What's her name? Yep.
And so the sisters from the MGTs, they gonna be there. It's a bunch of people that's gonna be hanging out
When is
at
this?
the head wrap expo. It's gonna be tomorrow. Where is it
In
gonna
Dearborn.
be? It's gonna be on Dearborn. It's gonna be on Michigan Avenue. I cannot remember where it's gonna be. I know I'm gonna get beat up.
Zarina, you can go to Facebook or you can probably Google it. The Head Wrap Expo. It is in Dearborn. Zarina.
Is it Zarina Mohammed?
I am so sorry about that.
A lot of them have Mohammed or X. That's why.
I know.
If I'm not, I'm so sorry. I apologize, sisters. Listen, don't be upset with me. I didn't bring the flyer, and I don't have time to text my wife and find out exactly where it was at. But I do know that the MGTs, the sisters in Muhammad Mosque #1, the Muslim Center, the sisters from the Moore Science Temple of America, and sisters from the Shrine of the Black Madonna. It's going to be sisters everywhere from all over this particular local culture that's going to be at the Head Wrap Expo. You got it?
That's
Praise
Zarina El Amin Naeem. It is going to be located. I'm trying to open the flyer. Okay, Sunday, September 25th, 1 to 8 p.m. Beautifully wrapped Head Wrap Expo is coming. Loading. And it's a beautiful event. I went to the first two.
Well, that's it. Well, we're going to be there, y'all. It's time for us to get up out of here. I was trying to text and get some more information for y'all, but I'm not going to be able to do that today, and I apologize. But sisters, I dropped the ball on that, but Google it. The Head Wrap Expo. That's all you got to do right
Beautifully
here in Dearborn,
Wrapped.
Michigan. It's called Beautifully Wrapped, and you'll be able to get the time, location, the prices, and all that.
It's $15 in advance, $20 at the door.
Okay.
Love
5 and
peace.
under.
I definitely want to be
There
there.
it is right there, y'all. So, y'all sisters, y'all be there and do what y'all do and enjoy yourself. And if you need us, brothers, call. We'll be there on the front line. Y'all tune in to us next week. Same place, same time, right here on the Think Tank Show, TV 33, best station in the nation. And we going up out of here with some of that Kendrick Eel, the 7th Sign, y'all. Peace.
Love and peace.
Better know who you are, discover the truth. 'Cause the truth don't change, no, the truth don't change, it remains the same. Better know who you are, discover the truth. What's all this talk about being black and Indian? I'm half this, half that, you must be kidding. Original, we the first to do it. And all these other nations are just our children. Even the pale skin